So now onwards we learn number of things related to the network infrastructure. Now from the previous understandings of the network infrastructure, we have number of devices in our network operations. Now from this diagram we are going to take this Cisco switch out of this diagram, and we can see how can we configure it in the real world scenario. So here is the next example where here you can see that we take out this switch from the network topology, and right now we have few requirements if we want to configure or deploy or implement any kind of settings on that intermediary device. So right now we have a laptop, we have a Cisco switch and console cable for the purpose of connecting this intermediary devices with the laptop. So we are going to perform the lab scenario in which we connect this intermediary device with our laptop. So here you can see that we have number of other cables. We will definitely discuss and perform labs on it. Here you can see that we take the switch, and behind the console side we put the console cable over here. Number of switches have a console point on the back side, and few switches have on the front side. So it's up to you. You can check from here. Here is the with console. Okay, so from here we go and connect with our laptop. Now we are going to power on this switch. So when the switch connected, you can see it in the front of LED status here. From these light status, when the switch is going to be stable, you can easily identify that further connectivity operations. Okay, from now onwards we are going to use the PuTTY application, and this application mostly used for the configuration of firewalls, switches, routers and number of other intermediary devices. So here you can see that we have number of options. We have telnet options, SSH options, and the last one is serial. So most commonly when devices are configured, we generally use telnet or SSH for the purpose of connectivity, and this topic is already covered in the previous protocol session. So right now we are going to use the serial option because this switch is new to us and we are going to configure it, and here we can change the number of COM port and it will be COM 5. You can also verify this from the device manager, and here you can if I want to verify it for you, then it's a very simple step you can follow here. And when I select the device manager here and ports, here you can see that USB serial CH340 and COM 5. So that's why I select the COM 5 port for the purpose of connectivity. So as I click open, then this PuTTY will be connected with our switch, and as I entered, here you can see that the dialog is appeared. Continue with the configuration dialog, yes or no. It means that this switch is new and never before this switch is configured in any kind of lab scenario or data center scenario. So we just click here no, because the dialogues will be never asked again related to the configuration, and the manual configuration process will be started. Here you can see that we get the console, and here we can put the enable command to configure the switch further. Here you can see that the status is changed. In the first session the greater than sign was available, and right now we have the hashtag over here for the purpose of configuration. And from here we can check the switch basic configuration. So we implement the show version command over here. Here you can see that we get output from our command, and this command shows number of detailed information related to this switch. So if we want to configure this switch, need to move towards global configuration mode with the help of conf t command, or you can only type conf and press the tab button. So it will be automatically complete the command. Then press the T and then again tab key. So the configure terminal command means that this switch will be on the next stage where you can configure all the options globally. So here you can first of all you can set the switch name. So I set the command host name and I set DC switch. It means that this switch is related to our data center switching infrastructure, and as I implement the command, backside you can see that the configuration is completely changed. So if I want to save this configuration, so I can exit from this interface, okay, and I again implement the exit command, and here after enabling the other mode I can copy this configuration, copy running configuration, add startup configuration. So this command will save our further configurations. So after the basic configuration, we need to save our implemented command in the NVRAM. So for that purpose I again type the enable command to access the privilege executive mode. So from here I just implement the right command to save our previous configuration. Here you can see the switch output shows us building the configuration and status is okay. So in the other lab we will definitely go and perform other configuration features related to the switch configuration.